Trust me, you are not crazy. Hello, my friend. This is Clyde. Is it crazy or is it faith? That is the question before us today. Crazy means loony, irrational, wild, delusional, out of touch with reality, absurd, extremely fanatical, or overly enthusiastic. Faith is believing in God for the impossible. Some people think that to have faith is to be crazy or to have irrational ideas about God and what God can do. Or they believe that you must be having illusions of grandeur when you exercise faith. Let us have that conversation today, and when we get through, you are going to be strong on faith. No matter if you are accused of being crazy, you will know what you believe. To have faith is simply that you believe in God, the God who tells you that nothing is impossible with him. Hear what the Bible says. Jesus looked at them and said, "With man, this is impossible, but not with God. All things are possible with God." Mark 10 and verse 27. Then there's the word from Jeremiah, the ancient prophet who did some writings. In one instance, he wrote this about God. "Ah, sovereign Lord, you have made the heavens and the earth by your great power and outstretched arm. Nothing is too hard for you." Jeremiah 32 and verse 17. That was pretty strong, eh, Jeremiah? Well, God came back and underscored what Jeremiah said. Then the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah. "I am the Lord, the God of all mankind. Is anything too hard for me?" Jeremiah 32 verses 26 and 27. Before we go any further, let us establish where this is coming from. Jesus told his disciples one day the following: "If you have faith and do not doubt, not only can you do what was done to the fig tree, but also you can say to this mountain, 'Go, throw yourself into the sea,' and it will be done. If you believe, you will receive whatever you ask for in prayer." Matthew 21, 21 to 22. That sounds pretty crazy, huh? I thought you would say that. But if you believe what Jesus said, you're not crazy. In fact, if you don't believe what Jesus said about faith, then you are crazy. So I want to put one story to the test. In John chapter 4, a man went to see Jesus in another faraway town. This man came and asked Jesus to make the trip back with him to his hometown to heal his son who was sick and close to death. Jesus responded by throwing a curveball at the man's request. "Unless you people see signs and wonders, you will not believe." Remember, we are debating faith or crazy. So far, I think this guy is crazy. What would make him think that Jesus is going to do what he is asking? He was not deterred by Jesus' response. "Sir, come down before my child dies." Crazy or faith? You had better get it right. Jesus said, "Go, your son will live." And hear this. The man took Jesus at his word and departed. While he was still on the way, his servants met him with the news that his boy was living. When he inquired as to the time when his son got better, they said to him, "Yesterday at 1 in the afternoon the fever left him." Then the father realized that this was the exact time at which Jesus had said to him, "Your son will live." So he and his whole household believed. John 4, 50 to 53. Okay, so was that faith or crazy? Let me help you. Admit it. The story does carry some elements of crazy. This man left his faraway home to come and invite Jesus to come save his son from dying. He might have heard of the miracle of turning water into wine, but why would he come to Jesus with such a strange request? And although Jesus pushed back, he insisted that he wants Jesus to come save his son from death. That kind of crazy is faith. And Jesus was totally impressed with this man's faith. He had nothing concrete to stand on. There was no published list of great miracles that Jesus had done, and he had no reason to believe that Jesus could heal his son, but still he came and still he believed that Jesus can heal his son. Jesus responded to his belief, not to his status. He responded to his faith, not his crazy. You have a situation or a need. I am guessing that it is something that you have tried to resolve, or you have tried some appropriate or acceptable method, but still the problem persists. It might be a sickness. It might be a bill that you owe and you have not been able to pay it. It might be a wayward child that you have been praying for years and still nothing has changed. Or it might be that class that you have failed twice already in college and you need it to graduate. This is where some folks who know you think you are crazy to think that prayer can change a situation, that if you have faith, God will fix it. Believe me, right now they are scoffing at you. They are suspicious that you are crazy, you are loony. But Jesus is standing there with you, and he is saying to you, have faith in God. Believe that God can do the impossible. Stop doubting and know that God can fix it. So I'm saying to you today, if you don't believe what Jesus is saying, you are crazy. I said it. Seriously. If God has done great things like creating you, why can't you believe that he can fix your problem? On the other hand, I am also saying to you, if you believe, you will receive whatever you ask for in prayer. Not my words. Those are Jesus' words. So I'm here to say to you, don't be crazy. Right now, I'm trusting God for some things that sound impossible, and I am not crazy, I can assure you. I am totally exercising faith in God. You can exercise faith in God, and you can see the impossible occurring in your life. When it does, share your story with me.